It's time for Minute Toros Hockey on the Toros Hockey Network. Minute Toros Hockey is brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance, Integrity Outdoor Living, Mattress Firm, Liberty Tax, Planet Pizza, Pro Style Production, and Coulter Energy. Now, let's go live to the Farmers Union pregame show with the radio voice of the Toros, Ken Oda.
Welcome to the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show. I'm Blake Friars, joined alongside Brad Brewer. Brad, this is Game 2 of the Robertson Cup playoffs. Aberdeen Wings versus the first place Minute Toros. The Aberdeen Wings stormed here, came in here and beat Minotauros in their own barn 3-1 last night. Pretty physical game last night. You expect the same tonight?
Oh yeah, I think so. I think it'll be the same physical stuff. I think we might see a little less of the chippy, cheap stuff, but the same physical playoff hockey that we saw last night. Last night there was 2 penalties aside, and I think that'll definitely change tonight. If they play the same style that there was last night, I got a feeling we'll have a lot more calls and a lot more penalties and a lot more opportunities probably for both teams on the power play.
Different lineup here from Marty Murray and the Minotauros. Nate Pionk goes down to the fourth line. Miroslav Muka comes up to the second line, and they made some adjustments on the back end as well.
Well, yeah, anytime you're not getting production out of your top 6, you're going to have some shuffling, you're going to have some shaking and moving, and I wouldn't doubt it if we don't see the lines back to normal by mid-first period. You don't know how the teams are going to react and things like that, so it'll be interesting to watch and see how it plays out.
You know, Lucas Murray gets a start in Game 2. He's gonna have to have a big game tonight for them. He gets the call for Minot, and it's on the year. He was 20-12-3, 903 save percentage, and he had a pretty strong year for the Minotauros.
Yeah, Lucas is a solid goalie. He's back for his second year with the Toros, and definitely had a strong regular season. More importantly, against Aberdeen this year, he was 6-1-0 with a .924 save percentage, 2.27 goals against average against these Wings. And that's an impressive record and performance against the Wings. So he's going to get the baton tonight and see how he does. Austin Park was in there last night. Didn't have a bad night, but didn't win it for the team. Yeah. So Coach Murray's going to go with the second-year veteran in Lucas Murray. In net for Aberdeen tonight is the same as last night. Forbes Peloge in 35 games this year, he was 20-10-1. .913 save percentage and a 2.45 goals against average. Last night he was able to stop 23 of 24. Looked good in there. Looked solid. Calm, cool, and collected, and did what he needed to do, and got the win for these Wings.
Yeah, the one that snuck by him was a backhander that kind of went off 3 bodies in front of him and then found a way through him. So yeah, he was really solid last night.
Yeah, you look at the key players of the game tonight. For Aberdeen, I got Kevin Fitzgerald, number 18. He had a goal and an assist last night. I thought he had a real strong performance, both on the scoring and physically. He was a presence. He was a leading scorer on the team this year for the Wings. He had 59 points in 60 games, and it'll be interesting to see how he comes back tonight and if he can put down the performance that he did last night. For the Toros, key players tonight, I tell you what, I didn't just go with one. I went with the top 6. Yep. This top 6 had 271 points in the regular season. The top 6 was basically not talked about last night at all, and that's Derek Brentz, Reed Stephenson, Alex Adams, Zach Frost, Tyler Jeanson, Nate Pionk. Great hockey players. Yep. Been wonderful hockey players. Put up points, did everything on all ends of the ice, and last night they were quiet. They had an off night. So I look to have them jump back into it and have a strong night tonight, and this team will only win if those 6 can produce.
Absolutely, your best players got to be your best players. It doesn't matter what league you're playing in, who you're playing against. If your best players aren't producing, you're not going to have a very enjoyable night from the homestand.
We'll take a quick commercial break now, and we'll come back with an interview with Coach Marty Murray.
Hey there, your Applebee's bartender here with a tip on making Mondays better. Now you can score any of our burgers, plus free refills of fries for just $6.99. Who knows? With a deal this juicy, you might actually look forward to the end of the weekend. So come by and fill your stomach without emptying your wallet on Monday Burger Night. New and only at Applebee's. For a limited time, price and participation varies.
Welcome back to the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show, and I'm now joined by Toro head coach Marty Murray. Marty, thanks for some time tonight.
My pleasure, Blake.
Not the result you wanted, obviously. Dropped game 1, 3-1. What are some bright spots you can take into this game tonight?
I thought our energy was okay, especially early on. I thought we played a physical game. We finished a lot of checks, and I think we showed we're not going to back down in that regard. But, other than that, we didn't generate a lot. They did a good job of keeping us to the outside, and, something we need to be better at tonight is getting to the dirty areas to score goals.
What's it like having the home crowd behind you in the playoffs?
Well, it's great. I mean, you could feel the electricity when Mucha scored that first goal and get us on the board. I mean, the place erupted. So, that's definitely an advantage for us. And, hopefully we can utilize that earlier in the game tonight.
Obviously, a tough decision here tonight. You got to sit 4 or 5 players. How hard is that decision each and every playoff game?
Well, I mean, it's tough. I mean, first of all, they're all great kids, and that's the hardest part of it. But, unfortunately, some of them make the decision easy at times, and it's tough. And we're inserting a couple of guys tonight, and hopefully they can give us a spark and be ready to go.
What do you have to do tonight to get a split at home and go back on the road to Aberdeen?
We have to generate more. We only had 24 shots on net. I think our forwards had 13 of them, and which is, way under the number of shots we want to be at for a forward. So, that tells me we played a lot of perimeter hockey. We didn't get a lot of second, third opportunities. So tonight our forwards need to do a better job of generating offense. We didn't get enough of that done last night.
Thanks, Marty. Best of luck tonight.
Thanks, Blake.
When we come back to the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show, we'll break down the keys to the game.
Welcome back to the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show. I'm Blake Friars. Joe alongside Brad Brew. Brad, the keys to the game, obviously, for Minot is to get the job done tonight. That's for sure, eh?
Oh, absolutely. It's a 5-game series, and when you drop the first game at home, all the hard work we did this year to get this home ice advantage was kind of given back to Aberdeen tonight. And if you go down 2 games 0-2, boy, heading back to Aberdeen, that's a tough, tall task. So it's not technically a must-win, but it is a must-win tonight. And I think what Minot needs to do tonight is don't get baited into that physical, grindy, gritty, dirty hockey that we saw last night that Aberdeen did. And we need to have discipline tonight. Stay focused on what the task at hand is. And the biggest thing is we need to get those top 6 forwards in front of the net, making the plays they know how to make, and producing tonight. Those 6 are going to have to produce. And I also look at Murray getting in the nod in net tonight. He needs to have a big night tonight. He needs to help his team, put them in position, give them a chance to win.
Absolutely.
As far as Aberdeen goes, I got 2 things. Do exactly what they did last night. Score first. They score first. That's going to put the Toros even more behind the 8 ball and tighten them up a little bit more. And it's going to create a little bit more stress and havoc for this team. This is a doable task. We took care of Aberdeen fairly good in the regular season this year, but last night was a tough battle, and Aberdeen's game plan coming in was to be physical, gritty, grindy, and there was a lot of stuff behind the play.
Absolutely.
And it wasn't just with Aberdeen either. Both teams fell into that, but they kind of took Minot off their game a little bit and had them more worried about the stuff going on behind the play and a little less worried about what was going on, during the play. And I look for that to be a big change tonight. I don't think Minot will get baited into that, and I look for more of a fast-skating, quick-moving game tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be very important for Minot to get the first goal, so get this crowd right into it, right from the puck drop, and get the crowd behind them, and hopefully they skate to a victory tonight and even up the series at 1 apiece.
We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll come back with the starting lineups with PA address announcer Nick Hallberg.
The small grain harvest is in. Now's the time to think about getting your combine inspected by the John Deere certified technicians at Gooseneck Implement. Sign up for your inspection by January 1st, 2017. And Gooseneck will provide 100 miles of free trucking to one of their 8 store locations. And when you sign up your combine and header together, receive $100 off the inspections. Our 100 technicians have more than 1,000 years combined experience working on John Deere equipment. That's the Gooseneck difference. Schedule today.
Welcome back to the Gooseneck Implement pregame show. Tonight's battle just about to get set. Aberdeen's just taking the ice now, and we're just about ready for the starting lineups and the Toros to take the ice. We'll take it upstairs to PA address announcer Nick Hallberg. He'll run through the starting lineups, tonight's national anthem, and we'll be back after that with play-by-play with Ken Oda.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Pepsi Rink here at Mesa Arena for game number 2 of the Robertson Cup Central Division semifinals. Tonight's game features the visiting Aberdeen Wings and your Minot Minotaurs. Introducing first the visitors, the Aberdeen Wings. Starting at our forward, number 11, Nolan Sullivan. Forward number 26, Colton Fletcher. Starting at our forward, number 22, Colin Raver. Starting on defense, number 15, Keenan Spillum. Starting on defense, number 20, Andy Carroll. In goal for the Wings, number 35, Forbes Close. Head coach of Aberdeen is Scott Langer. Assistant coach, Anthony Bone. Officials for tonight's game are assigned by the North American Hockey League. Tonight's head referee is Ian Gendro. The linesmen are Nick Klinkhammer and Logan Belgraf. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for Minotaurs hockey? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ice, the North American Hockey League's favorite mascot. Take the Toros! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ice, your Minot Minotaurs! It's time to meet tonight's Minotaurs starting lineups. They're brought to you by Planet Pizza, proudly serving the Magic City for over 20 years. Toros fans, on your feet as we meet tonight's Toros starting lineups. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Starting a goal for your Toros and hailing from Virginia, Minnesota. He wears sweater number 31, Lucas Murray. Starting on defense and hailing from St. Peters, Missouri. He wears sweater number 11, Paul O'Connor. Starting on defense and hailing from Rosemount, Minnesota. He wears sweater number 2, Charlie Wyan. Starting up front on the right side and hailing from Weldon Spring, Missouri, your assistant captain, wearing sweater number 9, Zach Starting up front to the left side and hailing from Bitka, Slovakia, he wears sweater number 28, Miroslav Mucha. And centering the starting line, hailing from Carmen, Manitoba, Canada, your assistant captain, wearing sweater number 22, Tyler Jameson. Tonight's North 83 Fireworks and Kevin's Auto Body Toros honorary captain is Carson Gardner. Head coach here, Monumental Toros, is Marty Murray. Assistant coaches are Nigel Dubé and Wyatt Wasselenchuk. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise. Remove all hats and headgear. Place your right hand over your heart as the Toros' very own Stephen Brown performs our nation's national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
Welcome inside Minot's Mesa Arena for NAHL playoff action here on the Minotauros Network. HockeyTV.com, ProStyleProduction.com, and AM 1390 KRRZ here in Minot. Brad, it's not a must-win until the other team's won too, but you got to feel like this is as close as it comes otherwise.
Yeah, in my book, it's a must-win. I mean, you know, it's a 5-game series, and it sounds like 5 games is a lot, but they go quick when you drop 2 at home, and then you got to go down next Friday and Saturday night down to Aberdeen and take on a Wings team that's going to be looking to close out the Toros. So it's time to take care of business tonight here and take care of the task at hand, and I look forward to a different game tonight.
I think so, too. You know, seeing the guys, they had an optional skate this morning. Most of the guys were out there only for 15, 20 minutes. But the group still seemed loose. They didn't seem like they were feeling the pressure. Hopefully that's not the case, and they'll get out to a better start than they did last night.
Well, you know, I think, a big part of this is I'm going to throw the pressure on the top 6. We don't get production out of the top 6, we won't win again tonight. Those are 6 great hockey players, and I think they'll produce tonight, and I think we'll see a different result.
I agree. Those are guys, Division I players. You're not going to see them kept off the board for long. The Toros had the best offense in the division during the regular season. 1 goal is a rare night for this offense. Toros control off the draw. They're wearing the home cream sweaters, cream socks, cardinal red buckets, breezers, and gloves. Black trim for the Toros. They dump it into the offensive zone. Toros are working from right to left on your monitor or your radio dial. But the Wings are on it first, and it's ahead to Raver. Raver rolls it deep into the Toro zone. Back on it is Paul O'Connor. OC had a great game for the Toros last night, I thought.
I thought so, too. I thought he was our best defenseman last night. I thought Diddle had a good night also.
Ross hoist one out for Miroslav Mucha, getting a chance on the second line. Tries to drive the net, but it's taken away. Good defense there by Dusan Kemic. and it's thrown towards the Toros zone. No icing on this for some reason, so Jake Tittle will retreat for the Toros. We're 45 seconds in.
Well, the tough stuff didn't take long to get started right off the faceoff. Jeanson/Carroll, and he went off with an arm injury. It looks like he's okay.
This one's rolled on net. Looked like Cloget wanted to cover, but instead it was played to the near side, but Rue is there. Rue ahead for Strada. Strada has it poked off his stick by Stephenson. It looked like Adams got tied up with Rue behind the play. Again, if they're going to let it go, even though it's a different officiating crew.
I think they were probably talked to today and told about last night, and I got a feeling we'll see some calls early in the first here.
Well, these guys didn't need to be told about last night. They were here in the crowd.
Oh.
The league sent 2 crews up here for the weekend.
I'm assuming the other crew left, huh?
No, Cameron Fleming is still in the building.
Wow.
Rather brave of him.
Incognito.
Yeah.
But you know what? It was both ways. He didn't call it for either way.
No,
but, the thing that scares me is when officials let it go. I like that to a point, but then someone's going to get hurt, and we saw that last night.
We did, late in the third period.
Yeah, when they let it go too far, there's a point.
But Keenan Spillum is in the lineup. He even started for the Wings tonight, so he was a scary-looking hit, but ended up not being hurt too badly.
That's good to see.
This is Luke Johnson. He came in for Holmstrom. Johnson plays ahead. French touches it into the zone. Back on it is Kelly. Swept along to the near side. It's Snard. Ahead, Rue has it poked off his stick by Martinson. Kelly will take it back in behind his net. Kelly comes to the near side looking for Bossert. Bossert stepped into by Talbot, who took Springman's spot in the lineup for the Toros. This one chipped towards the Toros. Far enough for icing, so the Toros will have to go back and get it. 2 minutes and 5 seconds in, 2 shots on goal. Both of them belong to the Toros. This is Kemick. Kemick plays it around to the far side corner. Big hit there. Martinson got the best of that. Talbot's digging as well. Back to the far point. Good keep by Wyatt. Finds Martinson top of the circle. Tries a shot. That goes up and off the glass. Dahlimer fans on the rebound. He had a wide open side, and Martinson just erased the wing on the near wall. It was Dimoff. What a hit by Austin Martinson. That one was clean as they come.
Austin had a couple big ones last night, too.
Near side. This is Dimoff. He heard footsteps. It was Pionk coming this time. A hit like that from Martinson will do that to a guy. Ahead. This is Pionk. He misses Craddock. Kelly. Side moves it up ice. It rolls out to neutral, where Diddle plays ahead for Craddock. Craddock failed to catch it cleanly. Around to the near side. Big hit by Pionk on the near side by Murphy. Toros seem intent on sending a message early. This is Zwiner. Zwiner fights through a hook and plays ahead. It's eventually taken away by Bagwell. Roll deep into the Toro zone. Surprised to see this many lineup changes for the Wings after the win.
Yeah, it is interesting.
Near side, another big hit, this time by Zwiner. Hitters is into the zone. He's bumped off by Johnson. And the puck is around to the near side. Thrown on net, kicked away by Lucas Murray. Rebound to the near side. Nate Pionk is on it. Pionk gains the line, chips it deep. Sinard carries ahead and dumps it into the near side corner. Luke Davison's back on it. Davey holds behind the Toro net and plays off to the far side. O'Connor comes across for Jeanson, who can't catch the carom cleanly, so he just chips it into the zone. Ross and Mucha give chase. Sinard's back on it and guides it around to the far side. Good keep at the line by Wyan. That's the second time I've said that in as many shifts for Wyan. Meanwhile, it's ahead. Bossert has a step on O'Connor. Bossert walks in, wires. That one goes wide. Rebound around to the neutral zone, and it'll roll all the way down into the Aberdeen end.
Kemick didn't know on anything of Bross on that one.
Most guys don't. You see that a lot when you're going into the corner with Bross.
Bailed at motorcycle mirrors there.
Near side it rolls. Good keep by Stephenson down the wall for Mucha. Mucha trying to walk out of the corner. He's hassled there by Dusick. Rue is hit hard by Bross, but good takeaway by Stephenson. He has Bross in front, doesn't get it there. Sawchuk's able to keep it. Sawchuk from the hash marks on the near side puts one on net. Stick save up off the glass. Mucha touches it to the front, but Stephenson was in too deep. Adams blows a tire in the neutral zone. The puck pops up into the Aberdeen bench for a whistle. 15:04. Is that our first whistle of the period?
Well, usually last night I think we had 3 whistles in the first minute, and tonight we make it about 4 minutes. Well, actually 5.
We are interactive here on the Minotauros Network. You can tweet at the team at Minotoro Hockey. or at me personally at Ken_Oda, KEN_ODA. Already see Chris Gillespie checking in, and Owen as well. She's got some Portillos. I'm jealous. This one dumped in. To the far side, Spillum keeps it moving. Glass and out for the Wings. Sullivan dumps it in, but he had a man in offside, and Stephenson.
Still offsides, yeah.
Stephenson dumps Sullivan after the dump in. This is Stephenson, puts it into the zone. Adams looks to give chase into the near side corner. Adams uses that body, and it's played around to the far side. Kept at the point by Davison. Davey puts one on net. That one got through traffic and I think was kicked away by Ploget. Frentz kept it but couldn't hold it. And now Raver looks to go the other way for Aberdeen. Raver was short of center, but it won't go far enough for icing as Johnson plays it. He didn't get it out of the zone. Fletcher. Back in front for Johnson. Luke Johnson plays it ahead into the zone. Then he pokes it deep for Dahlemer. Dahlemer interfered with by Kelly. The near side, spinning with it is Fitzgerald. He scored the first goal of the night last night for Aberdeen. Flicked ahead at the red line. It's tied up. Raver and Wyan. Meanwhile, Martinson, he lost the handle. Going the other way is Genuine. Shot that goes up and out of play for Genuine. He had 2 assists last night.
The Toros have held the play pretty well here in the first period so far, and one thing I've noticed, they've got the puck down low and they've been physical in the corners, forcing Aberdeen to fire it, ring it up the boards to an open defenseman for the Toros, and that's happened on 3 occasions and has created offensive chances for the Toros.
Shots on goal 4-1 in favor of the Toros thus far, and we're just 6 minutes and 20 seconds in. But in behind, stuffed shot doesn't go for Genuine. Fitzgerald is on it. He plays it deep. Gets hauled down, caught a stick to the face, and the Toros will be shorthanded after the high stick. Players tied up behind the Toro net. It was OC who was standing over Fitzgerald, who's now trying to prove that he was bleeding. So will this be a 2 or a 4?
I think it'll be a 2.
Just a 2. 13:31, a palindrome on the clock here as we go play for the first time tonight. It's the Wings who get that first opportunity.
Last night, both teams were 0 for 2 on the power play.
The Wings got theirs. It was a double minor late. It effectively iced the game away. Even though they didn't score, it killed 4 of the last 5 minutes of that game.
Yeah, and it wasn't one where they were, not that they weren't trying to score, but they weren't as aggressive on it. They were more worried about just getting that clock run down.
This is Dimoff on the far side from his own zone, plays into the middle. It's Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, he breaks in, hits the brakes down below the goal line, looks to turn it back. Played up top for Carroll. Touched off to the far side, Dimoff. Long shot, that's blocked in front by Diddle. Carroll's stick exploded. Near side, they battle along the wall. Far corner, Dimoff plays up top. Kemick, he touched it out of the zone. Fitzgerald gains the line, touches in the middle. Raver backhand try, that goes up and over. Seemed to fool Lucas Murray for a moment. Puck gets caught up in that broken stick. It's dumped down in. Diddle has time. And he sends it up. All the way down. Excuse me, I think I caught the mic before I sneezed, but if not, apologies to our listeners. This is Fletcher. Fletcher holds at the far side wall. 35 seconds left on the power play. Rue plays up top. Kemick. Ross gets hit hard along the near side. Still managed to work the puck ahead for Jeanson. Jeanson was slashed and then got the better of that collision.
Well, that Ross was kind of in the free there, and the guy opened an arm and kind of pulled him down there. I think Coach Murray was yelling for a call.
I agree. But I was pretty hard on the refs last night. I'm trying not to jump all over them tonight. Wings control, but the Toros come full strength. Shot blocked in front. That almost trickled in off a body. Wings still control. This is Strada. Drops it down into the corner.